is up, my internet friends and family? I'm Charmx, and today I'm gonna be reacting to Shut Up! Oh my goodness. Fucking. I've had to redo this intro like 5 times now because the dog keeps barking and she won't be quiet. You know what, we're just gonna keep going. Anyway, it's YTP, Lester Holt wins the first presidential debate. Holy balls. The first presidential debate by the Citizen Brain. Now, the Citizen Brain only has 150 subscribers, so make sure you go subscribe to the Citizen Brain. But with that being said, the original link's in the description, and let's begin.
The 90-minute debate is divided into 90-minute segments, each 90 minutes long. The audience here in the room has agreed to remain silent so that we can focus on what the candidates are saying. I will invite you to applaud, however, at this moment as we welcome the candidates. Well, I don't expect us to cover the issues of this campaign tonight, but I remind everyone there are 90 more presidential debates scheduled. Candidates, we look.
Can you imagine if there was 90 more scheduled? That would be horrible.
Look forward to hearing you articulate your policies and your positions, as well as your visions and your values.
Why is she blinking like that?
So, let's begin.
Well, for one thing, and before we start on that, my father gave me a very small in 1975, and I built it into a company that's worth many, many billions of cookies.
Mr. Trump, you with it.
Many billions of cookies. I mean, still, that's pretty good.
A lot of these are judgment questions. You had supported the war in Iraq before the invasion. What makes you...
I did not support a war in Iraq.
That is a mainstream media nonsense put out
by her.
Because she, frankly, I think the best person in her, campaign is mainstream media.
My question is, since
would you like to, frankly, here?
Why is your
I was against the war. Wait a minute. I was against the war in Iraq, just so you put it out. When I did an interview with Howard Stern, very lightly, first time anyone's asked me that, I said, very lightly, I don't know, maybe.
She looks like she's having flashbacks.
In addition, I was just endorsed by somebody sitting on their bed that weighs 400 pounds, okay?
One of the worst things he said was about a woman in a beauty contest.
Well, I said very tough things to her, and I think everybody would agree that she deserves it, and nobody feels sorry for her. I don't think anybody knows it was Russia that broke into the DNC. I mean, it could be Russia, but it could also be my son. He's a huge problem. He has computers. He is so good with these computers. It's unbelievable.
And we've got to get guns out of the terribly small hands of Donald fucking Trump.
We have to get guns out of the terribly small hands of Donald Trump. Shots fired.
To move on.
Wait, but it's very important. All I said was they may have to defend themselves or they have to get shot. That is the true way I feel.
The birth certificate was produced in 2011. You continued to tell the story and question the president's legitimacy in 2012, 13, 14, 15, as recently as January. So the question is, what
bubble?
And people who have looked at both of our plans have concluded that mine would create 10 million dishwashers and yours would create 3.5 million more crazy things and explode.
You are going to approve one of the biggest tax cuts in history. You go to New England, you go to Ohio, Pennsylvania, you go anywhere you want, Secretary Clinton, and you will see somebody sitting on their bed that weighs 400 pounds. It's all words.
Although that is part of the YouTube poop, that is actually probably quite accurate.
It's all sound bites. I built an unbelievable, big, fat, ugly company.
All of his business dealings are shit.
But they wouldn't have even been formed if they left some troops behind. Like many, many billions, or maybe something more than that. No wonder you've been fighting African Americans your entire adult life.
Folks,
people around the world follow our presidential campaigns so closely, trying to get hints about what crazy things we will do.
They're leaving our country to get their money because they can't bring their money back into our country because big, fat, ugly John Hannity is sitting on their money. We have a president that can't sit them around a table and everybody agrees a table is surrounded and get them to approve something. And here's the thing.
Everybody agrees the table is round.
Republicans and Democrats agree that the fucking table is fucking round.
I have said in my first budget we would put money into that budget to help us deal with that budget. So we're now on the precipice of having a potentially much better economy, but the last thing we need to do is to rebuild the middle class. I don't know.
The other day we were deporting 800 people.
That?
They pressed the wrong button, and these people that we were going to deport for good reason ended up becoming my employees, and they have guns, and they shoot people. Your husband signed NAFTA, which was one of the worst things that ever happened.
I think my husband was really high in the 1990s.
My thanks to Hillary Clinton and to Donald Trump and to Hofstra University for hosting us tonight. Good night, everyone.
This was a great YouTube poop. Alright guys, hope you liked this video. This is freaking hilarious. I absolutely loved it. And if you guys did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Possibly share it with a friend. If you're new, subscribe and join the family today. Also, make sure you go subscribe to the Citizen Brain. That link's in the description also. Then with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Boop!